Little Italy, 1974. The streets were slick with rain, the kind that made neon signs shimmer like ghosts. Smoke curled from the gutters, carrying the scent of roasted chestnuts, frying meat, and something fouler that nobody dared to name. In a corner bar called Vinny's, a place where men came to drink and vanish, a man sat alone every Thursday night. He wore a gray fedora that shadowed his face, a long coat too heavy for the weather, and gloves stitched in a style that spoke of old money. Nobody knew his name. Nobody dared ask. He ordered nothing at first, nursing a single glass of neat whiskey over hours, letting the amber liquid tremble in the glass like it was alive. The bar was full that night, as usual. Cigarette smoke hanging in lazy clouds, laughter that was too loud, whispers that meant more than they should. Tony, the bartender, wiped a glass and watched the man in the gray fedora. Something about him made Tony's skin crawl, though he didn't understand why. "Hey," Tony said, leaning over. "You gonna order something?" The man tilted his head, letting the light from the overhead lamp catch just enough of his mouth to see the faintest smile. But he said nothing. Instead, he tapped the rim of the glass twice, like a signal, and looked out the rain-streaked window. Tony blinked, unnerved, and went back to polishing glasses. Around 11:15, a young courier burst in, soaked through, carrying a small, leather-bound notebook. He moved like he was late, nervous. The man in the fedora glanced at him. 2 taps on the glass. The courier froze. "Over here," the man said finally, voice low and deliberate. Tony flinched. The courier approached, knelt, and placed the notebook on the table without a word. The man opened it, flipping pages with careful precision. Names, numbers, addresses. He nodded slowly as if reading the city itself. Then he closed it, snapped his fingers, and the courier vanished as quickly as he had appeared. Hours later, Tony would remember the look in the man's eyes. Cold, unreadable, but sharp enough to slice through anyone who dared cross him. That night, a man named Carlo Moretti disappeared. Nobody saw him leave. Nobody found him. But everyone in Little Italy whispered his name for weeks, just in case the shadows were listening. The man in the gray fedora left quietly, coat collar turned up, fedora low. Outside, the rain had stopped, leaving the streets gleaming. He melted into the night, a ghost moving through the alleys and docks, leaving behind nothing but the faintest trace of cigar smoke. Tony closed the bar late that night, chest tight, gut uneasy. Something told him this man was no ordinary patron. Something told him that whatever Carlo Moretti had done, or failed to do, was just one note in a song the gray fedora man was composing. One that would echo through the city in silence, fear, and unanswered questions. And in Little Italy, the shadows always listen.